Hey, everybody. We are live. As we know, I got to do my engineering thing to make sure that everything works on social media. So, those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tisha Spencer, and I am a luxury travel business owner. I am a coach, I am a mentor. I am a lot of different things. I am doing my thing right here to make sure that this is working properly. Up, look, it told me I could tag somebody. Guess who I'm tagging? I'm tagging the person on the screen. So what we're doing today, we're doing a series of travel business spotlights and things like that. And what the purpose is, guys, I'm in travel. I travel. I'm actually traveling right now. I'm currently in Houston, looking at the pool. Everybody's sitting in the beautiful water and 100 and forever, forever temperature. It's like 110. I don't know. My car tells me one temperature, and then it just feels weird. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, we're here to spotlight people. So right now, I wanted to spotlight somebody that I actually I met you, I believe, at a meeting in San Antonio. And I think we just started talking because I was in one of my pacing modes and I was just talking to everybody. And first of all, I just want to say that she has an amazing smile and she photographs amazingly. So I love when she takes photos because they come out like looking like a model whenever she does it. But she's somebody I met that is doing a whole lot in the travel industry. She's booking travel, she's building a team, she has two jobs, she is a mom of some sports kids. Basically, they're probably going to be future football players, and she's a wife. So I wanted to feature somebody who is extremely busy, but doing very well in the business and making time. So I have Miss Donna Moore. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself a little bit more in case there's anything I missed.
Good afternoon. Hopefully you all can see me and hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So sorry about that. But like she said, I'm Donna Moore. I am a mom, a business owner, a travel business owner, as you all know. I am also a wife. I work one full-time job, another part-time job. I'm actually a dental insurance coordinator at my office. And I also do some floating. So I also do a little bit of the back office with my dental assisting. So I do a little bit of everything. When it comes to my other job, I hold it down over there as well. Of course, as you know, as a mom and as a wife, we have many, many hats that we wear. So it's not just, being just a mom and a wife, it comes with so much more. We're taxi drivers, we're cooks, we're cleaners, we're anything and everything above. So now, I don't know, Tisha, so what else can I tell about me?
Well, let's talk about why you decided to start a home-based business to begin with. Like, what was going on that made you say, you know what, I need it more?
So when I first started the travel business, I got in it because I actually used a travel agent who was actually based out of Mexico. I was going on a trip. I had never been outside of the country. We were going on a trip with some friends, and they had a travel agent who was based out of Mexico. And we were going to do this all-inclusive, great trip. And we actually went all the way down to Mexico to actually get the process going. We paid her the money. I saw her book the trip. She's a travel agent, and I'm like, oh my God, how is it that I'm coming all the way down to Mexico to do something? And I saw everything that she did. I saw the way she booked it. I saw what she was doing. She did everything on the computer. We gave her our information and she got everything going. It was super simple, super sweet person. And I thought to myself, how is it that we're coming all the way to Mexico? Like, there has to be something that I can do like this, because everything she did with all things that I knew that I could do. And yeah, after that amazing trip, going through her, using her services, seeing how the process worked, doing a payment plan and all that great stuff, I came back home and I said, this is something that I would like to do. Not only that, but I knew it was another way to make some income. And that was something that I was really interested in. I really wanted to bring in more income into my household. Not just that, but I also wanted to travel more. That was the first of many trips. And we got to actually take our family on that trip. It wasn't just me and my husband. It was it was my whole family. And that was the first time that we got to get out and do something different like that. I was so excited. I knew that this was something, it was just pulling at me. It was just pulling so much. And I just knew that this was something that I had to get into. And, the rest is history.
Well, most of us really get started because we're already doing it. And once we realize that we can actually make money from it, we want to go ahead and just keep doing it. So how long have you been in the travel business now? How many years?
2 years now. It's been 2 years. And I feel like, even though it's been 2 years, it doesn't seem like it's been 2 years. Like I've been learning so much. I've expanded, where I want to go, things that I want to do. I have a list of so many things that I want to do. And I feel like when I started, I wasn't really sure what I was getting into. I was getting into something. I was trying to make a little extra money, nothing too crazy. And, with the opportunity, it turned into so much more than just booking travel and going places. So yeah, 2 years, and I feel like I just got started.
Well, I remember when I first got started with this company, and yeah, it is definitely a lot of information to try to learn and try to figure out, especially when you go from being a consumer to actually being on the other side. There's a lot more that you see. So, being somebody who was like really busy, how do you deal with your time management?
So that was a tough one in the beginning. I had to learn to use my planner. I had to learn to schedule things. I had to learn that time broke. And in order not to be time broke, I had to manage. I couldn't just wing it anymore. Because before, like I said, being a mom and all this stuff, things are always popping up. And I felt like I never had control, but that wasn't realistic. That wasn't the reality. The reality is that I was letting life just take me and I wasn't controlling my time. So I had to learn to, invest in a planner. Yeah, we have our phones and, you can keep up in your phone, but writing it down, actually having it on paper, seeing and feeling it, I love having a planner. And now whenever I don't have a planner, I'm lost. That's where I'm like, okay, I just actually went out on my 15-minute, I have a 15-minute increment planner, and then I have a regular planner. I just went out on my 15-minute increment planner and I'm losing it. Like Amazon Prime is not coming fast enough. Okay.
Yeah. And I understand, time management is different for different people. I'm not a paper person because I will just leave the book everywhere. But I put everything in my phone because my phone will always be with me. And because I need those digital reminders to keep coming up. But yeah, time management is great. Like I tell somebody else, don't let time manage you, manage your time.
Exactly.
And it's very important. So whether you guys are busy with kids, family, work, life, we're all busy with something. I don't know anybody that is literally just sitting around going through. Okay, I'll just do the travel stuff. Everyone has something going on. So since you've been in the business, how has the money been for you?
Life changing. And again, I'm just getting started. Just like today, it was actually a travel payday. And I didn't even realize it until I started seeing other people who I'm in business with sharing how, hey, it's travel. Oh my God. So I go and I check and I'm like, oh my goodness, this was literally my check that I would get paid from work, from my regular full-time job.
Wow.
And I still feel like that's it's big, but it's tiny compared to the other people who I know who are going out and making their paycheck, making what they're making. And I'm like, oh my God, my little, check is nothing, but it's big and it's huge because I didn't realize, like, oh my God, that was my paycheck from work. That's the whole paycheck. That's a whole week's worth of pay that I wasn't expecting. But at the same time, it came right on time and it's going to pay for my next trip.
That's always important. But see, what you just said that was really important was the fact that your travel commissions that you just received equal to the amount of money you'd have got from working your full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, How many hours would you say you put into getting that commission?
You know, it's okay. So every day I work my business because whether it's, posting on social media, deals, whatever it may be, for me, I would say daily 3 to 4 hours, maybe two to 4 hours, depending on how busy I am that day. And again, I mean, but that's nothing compared. I mean, compared to like a full time job, you go to work 8 to sometimes some people are there 15 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this in my spare time. And mind you, that's not a complete 2 hours or 4 hours all at one time. That's 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 30 minutes here, 5 minutes here, and I'm saying that it's equaling up to probably that much. But again, you look at people who are on Facebook. How many hours are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Now, when I'm on Facebook, it's not just to be scrolling and all that. My Facebook has now turned into part of my business. So that's what I'm also counting as part of that time of when I'm working my business. I'm posting on social media. I'm going to Instagram. I'm using that platform. I'm using all these different platforms to help me with my business. But I would be doing that anyways. The only difference is that now we have a vehicle that actually pays us to do the things that we were doing before.
Yeah, very true. Because most of us spend time doing the endless
Yeah.
scroll, And don't get me wrong, everybody. Sometimes you do need that endless scroll just for a minute to like clear your brain or to focus on something else. But when you can scroll and make money at the same time or potentially make money, that's always a great thing. So when you got started and you've been in 2 years, let's talk about the training aspect. How do you feel about the training that you've gotten to be where you are, from whether it's from the suppliers, the hosts, other people? And I do mean from the travel side as well as the marketing side.
Ooh. Both are amazing. When it comes to both sides of our business, both are amazing. We have the opportunity to do online. We have the opportunity to do in person. There's so many resources that we are able to tap into when it comes to the training. I just got back last weekend. I went with a business partner to a lock-in for travel agents. And it was just a whole bunch of us travel agents come together and sharing information. It was an ambassador. We have different types of people that come along, and they come and they teach. And to be there with other like-minded people who are all doing the same thing as what I'm doing. And it wasn't, not everybody was at the same. One person was there. They were brand new. They were days in the business, getting the travel information that I was getting, and I'm 2 years in. But again, it doesn't matter. We're here. This is your business. You run it the way you want to run it. If you want to go in person and do an in-person training, great. If you want to do more from home, work it from your phone, great. Do that. There's times where I'm on a lunch break and I don't have nothing to do, and I'm like, you know what? Let me work on this training that I've been trying to get the certificate for. So when it comes to the travel side, when it comes to the marketing side, I never had any marketing experience before this business. I didn't know anything about network marketing. I didn't want nothing to do with it. But now that I'm in it, and now that I'm like, okay, it's happening whether or not if I want it to happen. It's happening on its own. So let me tap in a little more and let me see what I could really do if I just do this training and actually take notes, apply it. And, because before it was just being in the business and sharing the information about you being in the business, that alone does a lot. And so once you finally start to tap in to the system that we have, it takes off on its own. So I love everything that we have available. I love that we can do it from home. I love that we can do it at any time of the day or night. There's times where I'm up at night and I have a husband, he's asleep. And I'm like, okay, I'm under my blanket and there I am doing a training on my phone because I have goals that I want to, achieve. And some of those goals come with perks. So I want to make sure and get done with that, training and get that extra perk. Why not?
Yeah. Some people sometimes they'll frown their faces when they talk about the perks that come along with having a business. But every business out there has some kind of perks and benefits attached to it. With ours, it just happens to look more like leisure, fun, and playtime than others. Now, yes, guys, we do get some benefits from being in the business because we're doing the training, like she said, and hotels reward us for not only just booking and sending people to their properties, but for doing their trainings, getting their certifications. And like she said, with the social media, taking the photos and the videos and tagging them and doing the marketing, it's fun. Like she said, we do it anyway. We're going to get on social media and we're going to take all these beautiful photos of the rooms, the pool, the food, the city. Why not use it where it can bring in some income from behind it, right?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna ask you this question. What was the best vacation you have taken since being in part of this business?
Definitely Dubai. Dubai was not on my list. It was not on my radar. I had no interest in ever going to Dubai. I really didn't know much about it. But again, you start getting these emails, you start seeing what they're all about, what they're including. And again, being a travel agent owner, travel business owner and everything that came with it, I couldn't pass it up. I told my husband, I said, look, we got to go. I don't know what's over there. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to look it up. I'm going to learn some more about it and we're going. That was definitely the best trip we've had ever. Not even just being in the business, just period ever. Because it was such an eye opener to really go out there and really get involved in the culture, really to just go and see just different things. Because before, I'm from a small town, I never got out. I was not that travel person. I didn't want to travel too much. I didn't mind it, but it just wasn't one of those things that I felt like I needed. But once I got into this business and once I started making friends and, seeing their photos on social media, seeing the places they were going, I'm like, maybe this little muddy beach that we have over here isn't everything. Like I want to go see some blue water. I want to see some white sand because now that's the only place we want to go. We don't want to be in the mud anymore. We don't want to be in that dirty, that water that looks it just looks dirty. And so again, because of this business and it opening up my eyes to different parts of the world that, are available to go to, not just for me, but for me and my family. Now I have different places that I have on a list that I want to not just explore and experience myself, but I also want my children to go with me. And now because I have this business and this opportunity, I can do that. It's a reality. Mm-hmm. We do that. So definitely Dubai. I'm not gonna lie, we shed a few tears coming back home on that one.
It's like, no, I don't want to leave.
Yep.
How can it go? I can work from anywhere.
Yep, exactly. Send for the kids. Just ship them back over here. We'll pick them up at the airport.
Yeah, that's amazing. The fact that you went someplace that wasn't on your radar, and it probably never would have been on your radar if it wasn't for this business.
Exactly.
It probably never would have been on your radar. So you decided, while you was in this business to share with other people. What was your motivation to start building a team? Because I know that you're a team builder and you are, I believe you're at the top of the team builder now.
Yeah, I am. So excited. But again, it really happened on its own. I was sharing with people what I was doing. I'm putting out travel deals. I am, I was just booking and sharing what I would book, sharing where my clients were going, sharing where I was going. And, somebody reached out to me. A lot of the times I got people who reached out to me. And then it got to the point where I would see people who were traveling and I knew that they weren't travel business owners. And I said, you know what? Let me ask. Let me just see if they would be interested. And from there, I have strangers, people that I've never met before in person. I just knew. And again, a lot of those people I didn't know from anything. It's just I would see pretty pictures. Hey, let's be friends. You seem very motivating and positive. I love that. I love having motivating and positive people around me. And then whenever I see that they travel, I'm like, do you know that there's commission tied to that? Did you know you can make a check from that? why not get paid for something you're already doing?
Yeah.
So that's really what happened on that team building side. I saw people traveling. I was traveling. People liked what I was doing. People were asking me, how can I do what you were doing? How can I do what you're doing and get paid, like you're doing? And it just kind of went from there, and it's only the beginning again. It's only going to continue to grow. We're only going to continue to grow. And I'm excited. I love it.
Yeah, we're about 6,000 agents away from hitting 100K. And based off the research, I believe Harvard Business Research did that once a company gets to 100K, that's when they hit momentum. So right now, we haven't hit momentum. We haven't hit real money. We have 3 millionaires only, and we're going to get more. And we're going to move very fast because, guys, travel is back. I'm watching people who have traveled. I'm in a city now where thousands of people just descended on this city from around the world for a convention. And then while in the elevator, I met the founder of this girl rodeo empowerment company that she founded a few years ago. And they all just descended on the city. So people are traveling, whether it's for business, for leisure, staycations, vacations. It just makes sense to get a part of it and make money from it. And I can tell you, I've been around Donna a lot. We're road buddies. When we go to Houston, I'll be seeing her next weekend on the way to Houston again, which we need to talk about if I'm picking you up. But we've done road trips and we've done site inspections on the cruise ship together. And it's just a lot of fun. We're the ones that when we go on these adventures, we kind of wander off a little bit because we go to the left when they go to the right. We just like, where y'all going? We'll meet you there. And we go get those photos and nobody like, how'd you get those? I said, I don't know. But we're the ones that go off and just find the different things. And then we're both fellow foodies. Yeah. So we be putting each other down on some of the good food. Guys, food is a big part of travel because, I'm a foodie traveler. Food is people are now traveling to go eat.
Oh, yeah.
Like the hotel is beautiful. The pool is beautiful. Where are we going to eat? They are traveling. I remember when dives, dines, and drive-ins first came out, people were literally taking road trips to go eat at these restaurants. And I'm like, wow, I should go do that too.
Seriously, yes. We've actually driven to Mexico to get tacos.
So people will travel for various different reasons. And, one of the great things I can say is that the people that you meet inside this organization. So who are, or tell me about some of the people that have been motivating you inside of this business, who you've been connected to, who you like what keeps you going in this business after 2 years?
Okay, so the person that I got signed up with, so let's start with my sponsor. Okay. When I first started following her, number one, I fell upon her by accident. Okay. I was looking at somebody totally different and she came across the screen on my Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Like, who is this person? And of course, you go in there and you start being nosy and see what people are about. And I'm like, oh, add as a friend. Like,
I love those. Just add you real quick.
Yeah, I need some of this in my life. And, then I got to start to hear about her story. I didn't know that she was the number one income earner in the company in the beginning. Not until after I started the business. I'm like, what? What am I doing here? But I started hearing about how she was a single mom. She was a single mom and she was a mom at the age of 15.
Mm-hmm.
I resonated with that so much because as my children, I have 3. One is 19, one is 17, and then one's about to be 11. And I had my first child when I was 15. So hearing about this amazing woman who is living this crazy lifestyle, literally traveling back and forth every other day, from one city to the next, and seeing the way that she's being able to take care of her kids and her family, I was like, again, I was already looking into being a travel. It's like God has this divine way of connecting people right on time. I'm looking into being a travel agent. Mind you, that this business, again, you can specialize in whatever you want. You don't have to be just a travel agent. You don't have to be just a a network marketer. You can do both. You can do one. You can do it however you want. And she was talking about travel, and so when I signed up, I knew it had something to do with a travel business owner. I didn't really know everything, but that didn't matter. I signed up because I resonated with her. She was, again, somebody who, it came right at the right time when I was just looking into being part of the travel business. And I, now being in the business and seeing how, not just her being my sponsor, but other people that I met throughout, Keisha, you, Miss Marielle, JP Watkins, so many great leaders have extended a hand. And these people, none of us are even financially tied to one another. Mm-mm. But yet, it doesn't matter if they see that you are hungry and that you are trying to learn the business. You're trying to really get out there and do something and make those moves. People are going to help you. Now, mind you, with any business, it doesn't matter what business you get in, because if you get into a business and you don't do anything, well, what do you think is going to happen? Nothing. Mm-hmm. If you don't show up to the events, if you don't go out there and meet people who are part of the same business and the organization that you're a part of, how do you expect people to see you if you're not there? So for me, and it's not just in-person events, we have support in the background. We have different groups, we have different chats and stuff like that where we support one another online. But really getting out there and meeting the people, being in person, oh my God, that's been life-changing for me. It's definitely led me to some amazing people who I wouldn't have met, like you were saying before, we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for me showing up to that event and really just getting out of my own way, talking to people, because this is not something that I would normally do. I would never talk to just people who were in the room. I would just kind of sit there in the corner. I let everybody else talk and I would watch. But now I want to talk to everybody. I need to make sure they know that I'm here, because I know what that can do, but again, it took some time. I had to get out of my own way. But once I did, it's been life-changing. And I've met so many amazing people in this business. And I'm going to continue to meet more because there's so many people. They're, like you said, we're 94,000. 94,000. We're 94. It changes so often, though. Now it's like every week it's like changing again. And that's amazing. But there's 94,000 agents here. We got people in Jamaica. We got people in London. I'm meeting people from all over the world. And again, it's just, I just love everything about it. I love everybody I'm meeting, and I can't wait to meet more people. But again, so many amazing leaders, so many amazing people. And not only that, but, we do the meeting, we do different meetings, we do different things that we meet up and socialize and stuff like that. But even after doing like business meetings, after we're doing those meetings, we go out, we hang out, and we have fun. We are all about having some fun. We're all about doing the business. But then afterwards, we're going to go and have some fun. But again, it's all part of the business.
Yeah.
It all ties together, like people say, it's funny because people don't understand that our business, what we do looks like other people's vacation. But we're actually working, we're learning, we're training, but we're enjoying life at the same time. It all ties together. And that's one of the amazing things with this business that I didn't know that I was getting into. When I sign up for, a business meeting, I know there's going to be so much fun tied to it. It's not just going to be a boring old business meeting. No. Mm-mm. And it's something you have to experience. And that's one thing that I tell people who get in the business. Don't just, watch from the sidelines. Get involved. Show up. Go with me. Come on. I'm like, come with me. Let me pick you up. Let me take you with me. Let me have you experience what I experience and see why I love what I do. You'll be able to see it when you get there. It's a whole different vibe when you're in the building and you get to see and feel the people. It's just a whole different vibe. It's so different.
Yeah, it's definitely a different feeling when you play the game versus when you're on the sidelines watching the game.
Exactly.
So for people who are watching this now and later, what are some what would you tell to somebody that may be on a borderline of making that decision to get started?
Mm. So, whatever it is that's holding you back, get past it. Get out of your own way. Give it a chance. Number one, there are guarantees in place. So when you get in this business, you're going to make an investment. There are guarantees in place that if you don't, if you decide you don't want to be part of it or it's not for you, hey, by all means, that's perfectly okay. I'm so sorry about my dogs. That's okay because we have guarantees in place to take care of you in case this isn't for you. Do I think it's for everybody? Yeah. Yes, 100%. If you're going to travel once or twice out of the year, this is definitely, something that you want to get involved in. If you're looking to just make extra income, get involved. I hear people who say all the time, well, I really don't travel. It'll change. It'll change. But if you're looking to make extra income, we got you. If you're looking to travel more, we got you. If you're looking to learn more, we got you. If you're looking to help other people, we got you. We literally can take care of all of that in this one, business that's tied to so much. So if you're borderline thinking about getting in, just give it a shot. I know people say all the time, but I'm this, I'm that. You know what? But what if you win? What if you win? What if that changes? What if you love it? Because I promise you, when I first started, I did not see any of this. I did not see the travel. I did not see the money. I thought that, I was signing up for something, maybe use it like a hobby, but it's been life-changing. And I love everything that comes with it. It's more than just booking travel. It's more than just,
Definitely.
Being part of the business and just, it's so much more. Self-development. I mean, it's just so much. You're going to love it. Get out of your own way. Give yourself a chance. And, just see what happens.
Yeah. I agree. A lot of the things I think that stops most people who are thinking about it is they overthink it. They automatically start talking about what they can't do and not focus on what they can do. And they have an employee mindset and they don't realize that over here is a different mindset that we have and we work together, whether or not we are financially connected. Because I know I've helped a lot of agents and business owners make more money, but I didn't make any money, but I got the satisfaction of helping them make money, get to the next level, or even just feel better about themselves in the business and truly believe that they can do it. Now, guys, you're watching somebody who does a lot. She lives between Houston and San Antonio, drives to San Antonio for the meetings, drives to Houston for the big meetings. She has kids who are in sports. When I say they're in sports, they in sports. They're not just playing around. They're like going for scholarship level players over there. She has a husband that partners with her and helps her with the business as well. So she does have a teammate in the house, which is really great. If you are a couple, I think it's really great to have your spouse involved, even if it's just helping with the marketing or talking to other people or different things like that. She has that added support and she's doing all of this, but she's still making commission checks that is the same amount as her job. Now, we're not even talking about the marketing side checks. We only talked about the travel commission checks. And I'm sure that she's getting just as good paychecks on the other side as she continues to grow her team and takes herself to the next level. Now, at this point, we're going to wrap it up because I know she probably has something to do in that planner that she's holding on to. Because she keeps opening and looking at it, She got something planned up coming up next. It's Friday, everybody. I definitely want to thank you for taking time out to do this and to be a part of this series that I'm doing. I'm going to have a couple more next week and then a few more the week after. But we're going to do a lot more of these because I want you to see what it's like to be a business owner, what it's like to be on the travel agent side, the marketing side. I'm going to have some more people coming in that some may talk more about the team building and network marketing. Some might talk more about the travel, how to build your travel business once you go ahead and get started. But the main thing we want you guys to do is to go ahead and get started. So for those of you who are watching this, whether it's on my timeline, Miss Moore's timeline, please reach out if you're ready to get started. Reach out if you have questions. Just comment below and let us know which one of us you want to talk with. And we're going to go ahead and get you started so you can be part of this history that is going to be done because that's 6,000. We're going to get that before the summer's up. I guarantee. If not by the summer, by the end of convention, early September, we're going to hit that 100K and that momentum is going to kick in and that real money is going to start to be made, right?
That's right.
All right, guys, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you enjoy. Those of you in them hot temperatures, please stay hydrated, stay frosty, because it is hot outside and we don't need anybody passing out, right? All right,
Yep.
guys, we're gonna see you at the beaches and the banks. Talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.